What up? This is your boy DJ EFN. You might know me as a drink champ, but first and foremost, I'm a proud father. I linked up with two of my other dad homies, Manny Digital and KGB, to start the Fatherhoods podcast. Each week, we bring you insider hip-hop stories, parenting, and advice and therapy. The saying is true, it takes a village, and we humorously serve as each other's trusted counsel in figuring out how not to screw up being a good dad.
The Fatherhoods Podcast. Beats, rhymes, and diapers.
Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone, brought to you by the New York Times and Hot 97.
Wow, you've been practicing that voice in the mirror?
I know that I've had that voice since I was a kid.
And where do you use it? At the strip club?
Nowhere now. Well, you know how you used to call to find out movie times and whatnot? Like, that shit stayed in my head. So I used to prank people all the time, and they used to fall for it. It used to be like, for a list of today's movies, press 1. And you'd hear people go, doop, on the phone. Until I ran out of what to say, and then they're like, ah.
They actually pressed the button?
Yo, dead ass. They would press the button.
What's good? Now, last week was without you, and now this week is without K.
Yeah, we play
musical chairs over here.
Cheers, kid. At least you're the steady constant. You're the one that typically has.
I'm back, baby. I got a new nose and throat.
Hey, yo. But so you feeling? I mean, not that you feeling better. There's nothing noticeable yet for you when you're conscious. When you're knocked out, sleeping, your wife says things are improved.
She says, yeah, my snoring has gone down, and what I also notice is my dreams are like movies now. Before I was watching miniseries, and now they're full blown feature films.
You got 4K jump offs in the
yeah, that's just crazy. Must mean something, right?
You're like, I got the 1980 type of TV series sitcom, and they moved to 2027 4K
with the 3D glasses. No, with the 3D glasses, watching fucking Avatar. I'm good. I mean, I talked about it with K last week, but yeah, I'm better than I was even last week. So,
all right, good, man.
On the road to recovery.
Yeah, surgery's not fun, but I'm glad,
For anybody who doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about because they didn't hear it last week, I did surgery to address sleep apnea and snoring and better breathing.
Quality of life stuff.
Yeah, trying to live a couple days longer.
Yeah, man, that's great.
Trying to have energy for these kiddos.
Definitely. I feel like shit because it's summer and we didn't send any of our kids to camp this summer. We just like letting them be in the house. And
how's that? It's wild.
There's a heavy. I mean, they know to chill because I'm working most of the day, so they're not trying to rattle the cage too much. But little things like them being on the screen for a long time pisses me off.
What the fuck happened to you, bro? What the fuck was that?
A hornet, dog.
That shit looked like a fucking
hornet just popped.
A bird was flying in your room.
Hold on.
How you get a hornet in your basement?
I don't know. That's a problem I need to solve.
Yo,
I don't know how that shit got in here. I'm glad you saw that shit pop up. Like
that shit look crazy, man. Like Mothman.
So that's another day. I gotta go fucking figure out where that hornet's nest is. So yeah, I'm just like, trying to keep them entertained while managing work and making sure they eat and, they're not on the screen all day, which so far it's been okay. And my oldest daughter, she's still around because she hasn't gone to college yet. So she's helping, like, they'll go to the park together. She'll drive them somewhere and they can get out of the house and kind of free up a little bit. Right. So it's been cool. It's been, I guess, better than I expected. My guilt isn't as high as I thought it would be.
Okay.
But it's summer's tough. Summer's tough when you're, like, you never think about it when you're young that eventually summers are not going to be summers anymore. And you're going to be actively working.
You mean you as the kid?
When you become an adult.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's all crazy, man. Looking back at your own childhood and then seeing your kids and you're trying to, now you get why the adults are always like, you better appreciate what you have now. Like
100%. And I I catch myself saying it all the time to them, and I'm like, yo, bro, relax. Like, they have no idea what you're talking about. So
Yeah, they have no
pointless.
clue. No clue. Yo, you send over your son's YouTube page. It's pretty dope, man.
Thank you. Yes. So he created a quiz channel. I should probably know the name, but I don't, and I'll find out.
I mean, I have it in well, you created like 4 group chats, which I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah. So
was that Mia?
No, that was me.
I don't know who sent this, bro. What is this?
Oh, I sent you that. Yo, you gotta check it out.
Yo, it's called Riddle Rush Shorts.
There you go.
Riddle Rush is the at Real Riddle Rush on YouTube.
At Real Riddle Rush, yeah. So, have you ever seen those channels before? Like those riddle and trivia?
Not really.
Bro,
I mean, I could imagine that they exist.
When you get caught up in a topic that you like for instance, if you're big into sci-fi films,
right,
from a particular period, let's say the 90s, I don't know, I'm making it up, and you stumble upon this, yo, you're in the deep end for like hours sometimes, depending on how long these things are. And they do a really good job of keeping you engaged and entertained. So my son spent some time like studying these channels, and he was like, "Oh, I could do this." And I'm like, "All right, how you gonna do it?" And I'm coaching him through it, but like letting him think it all through. And I was like, "All right, write down your game plan. Like, what are the steps you're gonna take? How are you thinking about this? Yada yada." And my man pretty much built a business plan on his own, with just a little coaching for me. And then it took him a little while, but he finally got it all up and running on his own. Like, all he needed from me.
How's he creating the videos?
He's using a combination of Canva and CapCut, I think is the name of the software. And just like figured out how to automate a bunch of it. And here we are.
Dope.
So yeah, I haven't actually looked into it in a couple of days. I want to see what the numbers look like, but it got some organic traction pretty quick.
Let me see where he's at. He's at 9 subscribers.
Okay, that's 6 more than we had a couple days ago.
Okay, there you go. And when did it launch?
Tuesday.
Oh,
so today's Thursday.
Brand new.
Yeah.
And he's got the first one, I guess it has 260 views. It's the most viewed.
Yeah, makes sense.
No,
he got some comments from some randos like encouraging him and that kind of thing. So it was pretty cool.
No, I could see this popping, man, for him. This dope.
Yeah. And he's excited. So I'm like, this is perfect. And
then
he
can create a bunch of these different pages like this.
Tons of them. Yeah, he could do a bunch. So he's feeling it out, which I'm glad, because I challenged my kids early on in the summer. I was like, as school was ending, I was like, yo, you're not going to just sit around and wither away on devices or watching content or whatever. Like, I want y'all to be productive and try to improve yourself somehow. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, all right, you could work out to try to get physically improved. You can think about like starting a business or starting some sort of, channel on YouTube that could potentially become some sort of revenue stream for you, but wrapped around fun, not necessarily like a chore.
Right.
And that started moving some things around in their minds. Yo, my daughter, my youngest, as soon as I finished talking, something went off in her head and she was like, all right. So she has like a set of rubber bands. They're like colorful rubber bands with like beads and stuff. And she started making little bracelets. So she made like 10 bracelets or something like that. And she's like, Mom, Dad, I want you to take me to the park. I'm going to go set up shop in the park and I'm going to start selling these. I was like, word? I was like, all right, we got to find a day to take you. We haven't done it yet. But I was like, cool. Like, what's the worst that could happen? They'd be like, yo, you can't sell this here. You need a permit. Like, right. They're not gonna do that. Let's see what happens. So she's super pumped. And, so they're all kind of like thinking beyond just like, let me veg out.
Right.
That's all I want.
The first time you've done, like, try to set this goal for them in the summer?
Yeah. First time. The challenge with that is like keeping up with it. because like it's easy to just like let them fall into their normal routine, and me being busy with all the other stuff, like not checking in or seeing where they're at. So my wife and I are trying to keep in the direction of moving toward like some, like my son launched his channel. That was one of those things. My daughter's doing this bracelet thing. Trying to keep them hyped about moving forward with those things.
That's dope. I can't wait to get to that place with my little
yeah
one.
yeah, it's fun, bro. It's fun. So we had a dope party for my daughter, my oldest, graduation party, high school graduation party. We like transformed the backyard. Transforms kind of a stretch. We just added some elements to the backyard to make it nice, and had some folks over. Yo, my neighbor lent me his like speaker, like a Bose joint that I've never seen before. I put that thing out in the backyard. I had to keep that joint mad low because it was one speaker, and the backyard was booming with sound.
Yeah, you gotta find out what the speaker is.
I gotta send you the name, but it's like a like a speaker, typical like powered speaker type of setup, but then it's got like a long kind of stick in the front. It's almost like, think of like a unicorn horn almost in the front of the speaker.
Right.
That's the idea. Yeah. And that little thin stick is what essentially projects the sound. And amazing. Anyway, everybody had a really good time. We were a little afraid because we thought some of her friends would try to drink. We didn't have a lot of alcohol, but we had like a little bit in a corner
for the adults.
For the adults,
right? But
they're high school seniors going into college, so we thought maybe some of them try to be slick and like grab some stuff.
Were they trying to anybody?
Nah, everybody behaved themselves. But we also, my boy was like kind of bodyguarding the cooler that had the licks, just in case. But everybody was cool. It was dope.
How do you feel about like adults drinking at kid parties?
I'm so used to it. That's the way my culture and people around always.
Listen, before, when my kids were first born, I was like, that's whack. I even was like, I'm not even drinking around my kids, right?
That shit went out
the window, bro.
The drink champ said I'm not drinking.
Like, I'm like, look, I'm frowning upon people who, at the first couple of parties we went to where they had like liquor for the adults. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with these people, man?
Yeah.
But then later on, you're like, yeah, I'll take a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, take the edge off a little bit at this kid party. Same thing with like, the whole thing, I'm not gonna drink around my kids. I'm like, oh man, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
I feel like I let myself down, and that was actually one of my things that, to be honest with you, that I was a New Year's resolution, was to not drink as much around my kids, which I don't drink a lot around my kids.
Yeah.
It's just whenever we go out to dinner, I'll have like a beer or two,
I understand why people might feel that way. I think in excess is bad. Like if you have a group of people at a function and they drink to a point where it's causing chaos.
No, nobody should be getting drunk.
Right. You're not trying to you're not trying to get wasted.
No way.
So outside of that extreme, I don't think it's an issue. And I had this conversation with my buddy the other day. Like, there's things that you do frequently or like to do frequently or whatever. Maybe it's infrequently, but you like to do these things. Depending on what they are, having that happen around your kids, like smoking a cigar, as an example. I don't want my kids around, like literally around me while I'm smoking a cigar.
Right.
And I had challenges at the beginning, smoking a cigar, which I enjoy every so often, in their presence, because they were doing DARE in school. So they were like hip to what drugs and alcohol can do to you. And they look at anything that you smoke as a drug. That's how they were perceiving it.
Right.
So it was hard for me to like justify what I was doing. And so I didn't. I was like, yo, this is what a cigar is. This is why I do it. It's pleasurable for me. I don't inhale it because you can probably die if you do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's healthy for you. I just enjoy the process of smoking a cigar. And, you know, they didn't buy it. They weren't like, oh, yeah, Dad, that makes a lot of sense. Good for you. They were still kind of annoyed at me. But over time, it was like, all right, that's something Dad does infrequently. Like, it's fine. Alcohol, the same thing. They've never caught me drunk. Not that I haven't been, but they've never actually seen the effects of me being drunk around.
That you know of?
No, I've asked them. Well, I didn't ask them. It's come up, and they've kind of acknowledged, like, yeah, no, we've never seen you guys like that. So that's kind of where I draw the line, or I try to draw the line, is like, all right, if I have a fifth beer that's, you know, too close in proximity to the last four, like, that's probably it. Like, I can't. I mean, I wouldn't drive either, but especially if I have the responsibility of driving, then I might keep it at 2.
Yeah.
So something like that.
Yeah, I've definitely found like the balance of knowing like 3 is the max if we're sticking around for a minute at a restaurant, you know, with some people or something. Yeah, obviously, and that's only happening like if we're meeting up with some folks and like it's a big dinner or lunch with people. But and then when it's just me and wifey, yeah, like 2 is definitely the max.
Yeah, but, and it's hard. It's hard, like, because you're sometimes you get you're in a flow, like you're in a mood.
Yeah.
But those kids, bro, they don't give a fuck.
And they see, and they like my kids. They in recent months, or I mean, recently they've been like, my daughter has been she's made jokes about like beer. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, she'll say it and she'll like laugh, like giggle, like it's a bad thing. Like, you know, I forget what the context in which she brought it up, but she'll say like beer, you know, like.
But like trying to clown you, is that her intention, you think?
Like she said something like, I forget what it was. She said something to my wife about like give me a beer or something.
And then giggled.
And then she, you know, my wife reacted like, what? And she was like, I was just kidding, you know, like, ah. And then my wife was gonna tell me, she's like, no, don't tell him. Like, she thought it was like the worst thing in the world, which I'm glad she does think that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they said it to me. I thought it was gonna be way worse. I was like, wow, whatever. But then I told you a long time ago, if I'm not wrong, it was I think it was my son. He would point at the liquor section of the supermarket and be like, "Daddy's work."
Oh shit! No, I don't remember that. Because he's seen the images of all the alcohol on the table?
Not because I'm drinking around them. No, like I'm telling you, I don't drink at home, barely. Like, it's very, very rare that I'll have a drink at home. Yeah, it's just only when we'll go out and have dinner somewhere that I'll have a beer or two. But
you know what's like, none of my kids like the taste of any of that stuff. Maybe wine, because they mistakenly had some once, and I don't remember their reaction being super negative, but like
they accidentally had it.
Yeah, so they thought they were getting Sprite, and you know, it was like, I forget how they got it. No, they were already pre-served, so it wasn't like they served themselves. But it was bubbly, it was clear. So they, you know, one of Luke, my youngest, he grabbed it and, you know, took a swig, and my oldest at the time, and then they were like, "Oh my God, what is this?" But it wasn't like necessarily like it was a bad taste. It was just like not what they were expecting. So they were like, "Oh, I think this is alcohol," and then they just froze. So wine, I think they probably at some point might, you know, play with. But they absolutely can't stand coffee. Like, they are so anti-coffee, it's crazy. My youngest, she'll smell it and loves the smell, but will never want to taste it. And I think that's hilarious to me. Because like my oldest is going to college now. I'm like, yo, give yourself till the end of your sophomore year, and you'll see how much coffee is going to matter to you.
Well, I never picked up on coffee.
No?
Nah.
To this day, you're not into coffee like that?
No, and in my house, Cuban coffee was a big thing, and even from a young age, like my cousin at a young age was drinking coffee. Like it was like a thing. Like you had it with like as a I don't know aperitif or something after dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
Or and in the morning, bread, toast, and café con leche.
Yeah.
That was a thing. And so I remember they would get mad at me because I wasn't picking up on it. Like it wasn't my thing.
You're not Cuban.
Yeah. And then no, I never. That's not my wife. She's a huge coffee person. I'm not at all.
Oh yeah, I love coffee. My wife and I, it's routine now. Like if we don't have a cup of coffee in a certain window of time before we got to get active, like the day doesn't work out very well for us.
Well, I am addicted to these little energy shots.
So you like caffeine? You just don't.
No. Caffeine is 100%. I love caffeine.
Yeah.
Just not in the coffee form.
Yeah, you said it kind of like a fiend for real. No, I love caffeine.
We're all addicted to caffeine, bro. If you're into coffee, you're addicted to caffeine.
100%.
And caffeine is considered a drug.
Well, love it.
In some religions, you're going to hell for drinking caffeine.
Geez.
You know that, right?
Jeez. There's so many little things somebody's going to hell for. It's whatever, bro. Let's just keep asking God for forgiveness. How about your kids before we wrap out of here? Like, you guys are doing a bunch this summer, or is it kind of low key?
My daughter's doing 2 different summer camps. She split in half, like half day. So she's doing her ballet summer camp in the morning, and then her gymnastics summer camp in the afternoon. So she's doing that. At first, she wasn't feeling it because she doesn't think for her, summer camp should equal fun activities. And you found the
bug is back.
The bug is back. Oh, you crushed them?
I hope so. Okay, well, we'll find out later. Continue.
So, anyway, she wasn't too hyped in the beginning because she for her summer camp should be very fun. And this is, she's still doing like the skill stuff in these camps.
Gotcha.
The ballet one's a little bit more fun, but they still do like classes. And gymnastics, she's in the team, so it's all skill stuff. My son's going to the summer camp at the school, at their school, and he seems to like it. He's having fun with it. So yeah, cool. They're good, and they're there longer than the school day.
Than the school day.
Onion, bro.
I thought I just got.
Did he stung you?
Still alive? No. I thought I did, but I was squeezing it so hard that I kind of scratched myself with my nail. Bro, these bugs, kid. I can't. Wait, so my question was, so are your kids interacting better with each other?
They have their days, man.
But more positive than negative, usually?
It's 50-50 right now.
Okay.
It's 50-50.
That's better than before. It was like 90-10.
For sure. What it is that my son has grown to where he can be interactive with her. So it's really dope to see them playing together.
Yeah.
And like doing stuff. But then very easily they have opposite ideas of what they want to do in that playing, and then it turns into a fight. One of them wants a certain object that the other one wants, a toy, and or it's just they go off
chaos.
Yeah, very easily.
That is normal. So
right.
that's cool. Like that gets figured out, especially now because your son is older, like you said. Like he's able to defend himself a little bit better, and like know how to bow out or like double down if he needs to.
He's hit her a couple times recently, and I'm like, yo, damn. Dude, you cannot hit your sister, man. And he hit his mom the other day.
What?
Yeah, like he's getting this like thing where he like hits if he gets he gets mad, and he's taking jiu-jitsu and he's learning to hit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's not doing jiu-jitsu moves on them, but he's just like smacking them. But I'm telling him like, you don't hit girls, you don't hit your mom, you don't hit your sister. You only hit for self-defense or to defend somebody. But yeah, so I'm trying to teach him that. And today he got all like emotional because I was like
scolding him.
Yeah, I was scolding him about hitting because she was quick to tell. She's like, Daddy, let me tell you what happened. You know, she's straight.
Threw
They
him
tell
under
on
the
each
bus.
other hardcore, man. Hardcore.
Do you
And then
check them about that? Like, yo, stop snitching on your sibling.
I not like that, but I do tell them like, yo, that's not cool. Don't go telling on each other. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. But sometimes you want them. You need them to tell you stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't. It's a weird thing. My daughter's been acting crazy with our dog lately, which has been a little unnerving. Like, I'm worried she's gonna hurt the dog. She's like she tries to treat the dog like a toy that needs to do her bidding.
Oh.
And every time my daughter goes to get the dog, like, "Arr," like, it's already like annoyed by her. But she's bigger now. She's stronger. She could actually manipulate the dog.
Yeah.
So dog is like,
I don't know what to do.
yo. And then we're telling her, but she's like not paying it, like listening to. We're like, the dog's not gonna do what you want. It's not. It's a living animal. It's gonna move. It's gonna bark at you. It's gonna bite you. She's like trying to force the dog, like, sit here, wear this, be cozy with me.
It's like that character with the braces in Toy Story. That she would like take the toys and just fucking do whatever. I mean, they weren't living things, but that's what it sounds like.
So I'm worried that the dog's gonna get hurt one day, and I'm trying to teach my daughter, like, no, man, you can't do that to the dog.
Yeah.
Like, I had to tell you, you're being a bully to the dog.
What did she say?
She's just like, whatever.
She laughed.
Dude.
She was like, ha, yeah, I am.
She's
So
like,
what?
yeah, whatever. Give me the dog. Like, and the dog loves me and feels safe with me, so she'll be like, I'll pick up the dog, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cariñoso with the dog. She's like, okay, give it to me now. Give it to me. I go, the dog's not gonna stay with you. And she'll like hold it and grab it and like
choke him up,
like bear hug the dog, and the dog's like, oh, let me out of here. It's crazy, man.
Oh man, I love it.
But yeah, bro, everything's good, man. The kids are healthy and happy, so
good, man.
I'm happy.
Good. All right, man. I gotta jump, but tune in next week when EFN shares his cross-dressing habits.
Come on, guy. And your BBL? When you get your BBL?
Chill, son. Chill. I can't show people my BBL. Yeah.
Where did that come out of you? Cross-dressing habits? Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what can I get a reaction from EFN on? That didn't really do it, though. That wasn't the reaction I was looking for. I got to try harder, bro.
You got to be more creative, man.
All right, yo. I'll talk to you later. And you guys, check last episode so you can learn more about EFN surgery and the journey he's been on. And
next week we'll hear about your BBL surgery.
And he does drop a hint about his cross-dressing in that episode too, if you want to take a look.
Stupid.
Peace.